Finally, we must set our sights truly into the future. The last letter of message is E for engage. Just like an engagement ring is a pledge of a future commitment, a pledge of future promise, and looking forward to future delights. So also our learners must commit to their long-term future application of learning after the 3-month review period. Psychologically, we know how we can set learners up for ongoing success, and I want to share that with you. They can have rewards for their efforts through a process called creating memories of the future, and it's based on research from the University of Lund in Sweden. The discovery is profound. When we are awake and daydreaming, and when we're asleep and dreaming, we consistently run possible future scenarios through our minds. Even though these scenarios are to do with the future, they can only be stored in the past of our memory banks. Hence the interesting phrase, memories of the future. However, this is where it gets more exciting, since our memories of the future are largely responsible for creating our future. Since we humans are unable to consciously monitor everything that's going on around us all the time, we have to filter out most of the sensory stimuli from the environment around us and most of our internal thoughts. So how do we decide what to pay attention to and what to ignore? This is where the memories of the future come in. They act as recognition tags. And when we search through the sensory data coming into our nervous system, anything that matches an imagined future tag then flags up our attention. It lifts our levels of awareness. Well, so what? Well, if we can help our learners clearly construct a concept of the future in which they can imagine using what they've learned in a specific set of scenarios, well then, their own attention will be dramatically drawn automatically to every future opportunity to apply their learning successfully. You set them up for success. This can easily be achieved by concluding the official learning with an explicit discussion of where various aspects of the learning expect to be applied and when or under what circumstances. In this way, we set up our learners for ongoing future success. In review then, let's re-examine the message word, the System 7 approach. In mindset, we're creating the ideal mindset and the ideal mind setting for learning to occur. We're passionate and we're entraining. And our participants are relaxed yet aware in a high energy environment with low threat. During the entrance phase, we focus on formatting and framing. We format the learning by layering as many sensory channels as is practical, giving the maximum number of gateways through which the ideas may gain entrance. We also frame the learning so that we pay attention to both quiet reflection and noisy debate, exquisite detail and relationship building. When the learners have all the components they need, we then take a back seat and move into the share and switch ownership phase. Here we must make space for their own intelligences to interact with the material using their own logic, language, imagination and associations to make the learning personal to them. Having understood and personalised the relevance of the learning, we then need to make sure the core points are sticky enough for rapid recall when and where needed. Thus we call this the store phase. Action is the key, so providing quizzes and other tests of competence that build learner confidence are the order of the day during the action phase. For long-term recall and application to be assured, we must then go again over the memory traces until they become second nature and thus habit. This means making sure there is reflection, review and rehearsal after the initial training event. Ideally, this takes place after a day, a week, a month and a season of 3 months. Finally, we create the likelihood of ongoing future success by using our imaginations to work through future scenarios where the application of the learning will be of value, will be rewarded. All in all, this is a very powerful way for you to get across your message. Thank you for listening.